Hello everyone, this is Suchita Khoth, lecturer from RMDCOP. Today we are going to study about second part of the carbohydrate. In first part we have seen about the monosaccharides. Now we are moving further for disaccharides. Sugars that undergo hydrolysis to produce only 2 moles of a monosaccharide are called as the disaccharides. Generally these are sweet, crystalline, water-soluble substances easily hydrolyzed by enzyme and diluted mineral acids. The physiological important disaccharides are maltose, lactose and sucrose. On hydrolysis, maltose gives 1 molecule of glucose and 1 molecule of glucose. Lactose will give 1 molecule of glucose and 1 molecule of galactose, and sucrose will give 1 molecule of glucose and 1 molecule of fructose. Disaccharides fall under two groups, that is reducing disaccharides and non-reducing disaccharides. These disaccharides are joining by glycosidic bond. The two ring can be alpha or beta 1. Let's study some important disaccharides. First one is a maltose. It is not found in the body but found in the germinating seeds, cereals and malt. It is the intermediate product in the breakdown of starch by amylase in the alimentary canal. However, it is formed during the hydrolysis of starch by the enzyme diastase. It's a disaccharide of 2 glucose molecule, has alpha 1,4 glycosidic bond between 2 alpha glucoses, is obtained from a breakdown of starches. It is used in cereals and candies and is used as a reducing sugar. See the structure. 2 alpha glucose will get combined at 1,4 glycosidic bond and gives beta maltose. Second is lactose. It is present in the milk of mammals and form in the lactating mammary gland. It may occur in urine during pregnancy. Chemically, it is composed of 1 glucose and 1 galactose unit. It is hydrolyzed to glucose and galactose by the enzyme lactase in the alimentary canal and the products are absorbed. It has free aldehyde group and hence shows mutarotation. It is a dextrorotatory reducing sugar. It can also exist in alpha or beta form and the two units, that is glucose and galactose, are linked by 1,4 linkage. We have seen in this particular structure lactose 1,4 glycosidic linkage, galactose and glucose. Next important disaccharide is sucrose. It is also called as a saccharose, cane sugar or beet sugar. It is one of the most important sugar of the human diet. It is widely distributed in plants, particularly in the sugarcane and sugar beet, and also in carrots, pineapple, sweet potatoes and honey. Chemically, it is composed of 1 glucose unit and 1 fructose unit, and on hydrolysis, it gives the same sugars. It has no free aldehyde or keto group. The two hexoses are linked via 1,2 linkage. That is, aldehydic group C1 of glucose is linked with the ketonic group of fructose C2 unit. Because of this, no reducing group remains free in sucrose molecule. Hence, a non-reducing sugar, it is a dextrorotatory sugar. Let's moving further for polysaccharides. Polysaccharides are polymeric carbohydrate molecule composed of long chains of monosaccharides unit bound together by glycosylic linkage, which on hydrolysis gives simpler sugar. They range in structure from linear to highly branched. On the basis of composition, they are further classified into homopolysaccharides and heteropolysaccharides. Homopolysaccharides means on hydrolysis give one type of monosaccharide, for example starch, glycogen and cellulose. Heteropolysaccharides means on hydrolysis it gives 2 or more type of monomers, for example hyaluronic acid, hemicellulose, murein, heparin, agar and alginic acid. Let's study homopolysaccharide first. It is the polymers of many monosaccharide unit. Examples are starch, which again get distributed as amylose 20% and amylopectin 80%. The analogous carbohydrate which is reserved in plant containing chlorophyll is starch. Starch is mainly stored in the seeds in cereal such as wheat and in roots and tubers as in the potatoes. Second one is a glycogen which is an energy storage in animal and human, and cellulose which is present in plants and wood structure. Study about amylose. It is a polysaccharide of alpha glucose in a continuous, that is unbranched chain helical or coil form and has 1,4-glycosidic bond between the alpha glucose units. Amylopectins is a polysaccharide of glucose unit in branch chain, has alpha 1,4-glycosidic bonds between the alpha glucose unit and has alpha 1,6 bond to branches of glucose units. Both forms of starch are water soluble. Let's study further for the glycogen homopolysaccharides. It is similar to amylopectin, more highly branched every 10 to 15 unit. It is an energy storage molecule found in animals and humans. It is stored mainly in the liver and in muscle cells. When glucose is needed for energy, glucose units are hydrolyzed from the ends of the glycogen polymer. Because glycogen is highly branched, there are many ends available for hydrolysis. Next is cellulose. It is a polysaccharide of glucose unit in unbranched chain with beta 1,4-glycosidic bonds. 2,200 glucose units are present in it. Has rigid structure and insoluble in water. Is a major structural material of wood and plants. Cannot be digested by human because of beta 1,4-glycosidic bonds. It needs an enzyme that is beta glycosidase. See the structure of cellulose. Cellulose makes up the insoluble fiber in our diet. It passes through the digestive system without being metabolized. Fiber is important in adding bulk to waste to help eliminate it more easily, even though it gives us no nutrition. Next we will see about heteropolysaccharides. In that first is hyaluronic acid. Hyaluronic acid is a linear polysaccharide formed from disaccharides unit containing N-acetyl glucosamine and glucuronic acid. It is isolated from umbilical cord, skin, vitreous humors and synovial fluid. On hydrolysis, hyaluronic acid yields equimolar part of glucuronic acid and glucosamine and acetic acid. It is used in lubrication of the bone joint of animal. It resists the penetration of bacteria. Second heteropolysaccharide is heparin. It is a heteropolysaccharide consists of D-glucuronic acid and D-glucosamine 2N-sulfate 4O sulfate. Act as anticoagulant and found in liver, spleen, lung and thymus. Heparin has an average molecular weight is about 20,000. Next is chondroitin sulfate. Definition of chondroitin sulfate is a sulfated glucosamine glycan, that is GAG, composed of a chain of alternating sugar, that is N-acetyl galactosamine and glucuronic acid. It is usually found attached to protein as a part of proteoglycan. A chondroitin chain can have over 100 individual sugars, each of which can be sulfated in variable positions and quantities. Chondroitin sulfate is a chemical that is normally found in cartilage around joints in the body, and it is manufactured from animal sources such as cow cartilage. See the structure of chondroitin sulfate. So we have seen about the classification, that is monosaccharide in the first part of the carbohydrate video, and in this video disaccharides, their example, and polysaccharide with their example. Now we will move on for the chemical reaction and qualitative test for the carbohydrate. Reactions of carbonyl group, carbohydrate having potential carbonyl group, act as a reducing agent called as reducing sugar. There are some tests we are going to explain: Benedict test, Barford test, Fehling test and Osazoom test. These are the main 4 tests using for the identification of carbohydrate. First is a Benedict test. The principle of the test is that carbohydrate with free aldehyde or ketone group have the ability to reduce solution of various metallic ions. Reducing sugar under alkaline condition tautomerize and form enediols. Enediols are powerful reducing agent. They reduce cupric ions to cuprous form and are themselves converted to sugar acids. The cuprous ion combine with OH ions to form yellow cuprous hydroxide, which upon heating is converted to red cuprous oxide. See the reaction in it. Second one is Barfoed test. Principle of this test is aldoses and ketoses can reduce cupric ions even in acidic condition. This test is used to distinguish reducing monosaccharides from disaccharides by controlling pH and time of heating. Monosaccharides react very fast, whereas disaccharides react very slowly. Next is a Fehling test. This test is used to differentiate between reducing and non-reducing sugar. A reducing sugar reacts with Fehling reagent in alkaline medium to form an orange to red precipitate. Fehling reagent is commonly used for reducing sugar but is known to be not specific for aldehydes. Positive result is detected by reduction of the deep blue solution of cupric to a red precipitate of insoluble cuprous oxide. Osazone test. A solution of reducing sugar when heated with phenylhydrazine, characteristic yellow crystalline compound called osazone are formed. These crystals have definite crystalline structure, precipitation time and melting point for different reducing sugar. Now we will move forward for the diseases related to carbohydrate metabolism. That means if there is any deficiency regarding carbohydrate metabolism, these diseases may occur. In that, first is diabetes mellitus. It is commonly referred to as a diabetes. It is a group of metabolic disorder in which there are high blood sugar levels over a prolonged period. Symptoms of high blood sugar include frequent urination, increased thirst and increased hunger. If left untreated, diabetes can cause many complications. Acute complications can include diabetic ketoacidosis, hyperosmolar hyperglycemic state, or death. Serious long-term complications include cardiovascular diseases, stroke, chronic kidney disease, foot ulcer, and damage to the eyes. Diabetes is due to either the pancreas not producing enough insulin or the cells of the body not responding properly to the insulin produced. There are three main types of diabetes mellitus: type 1, type 2, and gestational diabetes. First is type 1. It results from the pancreas failure to produce enough insulin due to loss of beta cells. This form was previously referred to as insulin dependent diabetes mellitus. The cause is unknown. Type 2 is begin with insulin resistance, a condition in which cells fail to respond to insulin properly. As the disease progresses, a lack of insulin may also develop. This form was previously referred to as a non-insulin dependent diabetes mellitus or adult onset diabetes. The most common cause is excessive body weight and insufficient exercise. Third one is gestational diabetes. It is the third main form and occurs when pregnant women without a previous history of diabetes develop high blood sugar level. Second disease is lactose intolerance. It is a condition in which people have symptoms due to the decreased ability to digest lactose, a sugar bound in dairy products. Those affected vary in the amount of lactose they can tolerate before symptoms develop. Symptoms may include abdominal pain, bloating, diarrhea, gas, and nausea. These symptoms typically start 30 minutes to 2 hours after eating or drinking milk-based food. Severity typically depends on the amount a person eats or drinks. Lactose intolerance does not cause damage to the gastrointestinal tract. Lactose intolerance is due to the lack of enzyme lactase in the small intestine to break lactose down into glucose and galactose. There are 4 types: primary, secondary, developmental, and congenital. Primary lactose intolerance occurs as the amount of lactose declines as people age. Secondary lactose intolerance is due to the injury to the small intestine, such as from infection. Developmental lactose intolerance may occur in the premature babies and usually improves over a short period of time. And last is congenital lactose intolerance. It is an extremely rare genetic disorder in which little or no lactase is made from birth. Next disease is fructose intolerance. Fructose gets normally metabolized to give energy and carbon dioxide, but defective metabolism will develop high concentration of sugar in blood. It is known as a fructose intolerance. Glycogen storage disease. Metabolic abnormalities related to glycogen synthesis and degradation are termed as a glycogen storage disease. Next is a glycosuria, when glucose is excreted in urine caused due to elevated blood glucose level. Next disease is galactosemia. It results from disturbance in the conversion of galactose to glucose. The enzyme deficiency causes an accumulation of galactose in the body tissue. Classic type lacks galactose 1-phosphate uridyl transferase enzyme. There are two types of galactosemia. First is galactokinase deficiency. It results in infantile cataracts from accumulation of galacticol. And second one is galactose epimerase deficiency, mostly confined to blood cell and most appear normal. Estimated incidences are 1 per 15,000 birth. Next one is biochemical importance of the carbohydrate. It is an important constituent of cell structure in the form of glycolipid, glycoprotein, heparin, cellulose, starch and glycogen. It is an important source and store of energy. It is important for basic material for many organic compounds like amino acid, nucleic acid and lipids. Also, it is an important raw material for glucose, maltose, alcohol and acids, etc. These are some biochemical importance of the carbohydrate.